Hey everybody, this is 22 Tiger Dude here, and I'm here to review the film 13 Going on 30. 13 Going on 30 stars Jennifer Garner, Mark Ruffalo, Judy Greer, and yes, Andy Serkis. And the film is about this 13-year-old girl named Jenna who's not very popular at school, and she just wishes that she could just be 30 years old already so she could just already live the life in the adulthood. So one day on Jenna's 13th birthday, she goes into a closet, and the next day she wakes up 30 years old. Jenna is now trying to find out what adulthood is like and learns to accept those that she has in her life. Now, before I review the movie 13 Going on 30, my guest star Brian Mendoza is going to be reviewing this movie. So, Brian, take it away.
Thank you so much, 22 Tiger, once again for having me on this review. And today I'm going to be talking about one of my favorite rom-coms that I consider underrated. 2004's 13 Going on 30. I'm going to be honest. I love this film. No, it's not going to be an Oscar-worthy film. It's not going to be a Golden Globe film. Does that count? Okay, I guess the Oscar joke worked, I guess. But I gotta say, this is one of the most underrated romantic comedies I've seen in a while. At first, when I first saw this film, I'm like, this movie's going to be cheesy. Oh, it's cheesy. All rom-coms are cheesy. But I'm like, later into the film, when I realize it gets kind of emotional, it works. The writing is solid, the acting is great, Jennifer Garner is excellent in the film, as well as the supporting cast, Mark Ruffalo, Andy Serkis, and Judy Greer. Also, as well as the 2 or 3 actor and actresses who played the younger version of themselves, they were pretty good. The cinematography is well shot. For a romantic comedy, the cinematography is beautiful. The score for this film is awesome. It has some 80s music in there. Like, for example, you got Madonna, the song Crazy for You, which is kind of like the main theme for the film. You also got Thriller by Michael Jackson, which is pretty sweet. I like the story of this film. Sure, it's kind of like the film Big, but I don't mind it, to be honest. And you know what the funny thing is? So you got 4 cast members who are in Marvel films. Jennifer Garner was in Elektra, and Daredevil, of course. Mark Ruffalo was in the Avengers films. Andy Serkis was in Age of Ultron, and Judy Greer was in the recent Ant-Man. So that's kind of a funny thing about it. But overall, I'm going to give 13 Going on 30 an A+. 5 out of 5. I love this movie. This is a great movie to watch with your date on Valentine's Day, because you know what? It's a cute movie. I'm not ashamed to admit it. That's my review for 13 Going on 30. Feel free to like this video, comment, and subscribe to Tony's channel and also my channel. Thank you so much. And we'll go back to Tony's thoughts on 13 Going on 30.
Thank you so much, Brian Mendoza, for reviewing 13 Going on 30. In my opinion, I think 13 Going on 30 is a very good and fun and just a very sweet movie to watch. You have seen a concept like this before, because face it, this is basically the male version of Big, starring Tom Hanks, another very well done movie. So a concept like this has been done before, but I think how the movie handled this concept was very solid, and it managed to really work. And what made this movie so entertaining for me is just honestly how charming it is. There's a lot of charm and sweetness throughout this movie to just keep me very entertained. I thought Jennifer Garner was great as, of course, 30-year-old Jenna. You could tell that Jennifer Garner just had a lot of fun in this role, and it clearly shows in 13 Going on 30. And I just personally thought she brought such a great screen presence. Mark Ruffalo, yes, before he was Hulk in the Avengers movies, he was in 13 Going on 30. I thought Mark Ruffalo was very great here. It was nice to see him in a movie like 13 Going on 30, and I thought he honestly interacted very well with Jennifer Garner. The screen time that they both shared together was just very delightful, and I just loved seeing the both of them on screen. He was really great here. Judy Greer was really good in this movie too, so it was interesting to see Judy Greer here. And I was not expecting this when I saw this movie, but Andy Serkis is in this film. Andy freaking Serkis. And he was so awesome. I loved Andy Serkis here. He played Jennifer Garner's boss, and I thought he did a very great job. He was very funny. You know, his part's not too big, but for the part that he had, you could just tell he was having a lot of fun. And it was just really interesting to see Andy Serkis here. In terms of the direction, the movie is very well directed. The cinematography is very well shot. The movie looks very nice. The framing looks very professional. And the writing of this film is very clever and very genuine. There are funny moments to this movie. There's a lot of comedy bits that I do feel like work. Not only is the movie funny, but it just has a lot of genuine heart to it. The movie has very good messages about the choices that you make, good or bad, can have a huge influence on what will happen in the future. Accepting others for who they are. Don't ever try to change yourself, and don't grow up too fast, because if all you think about is growing up too fast, then you're just going to miss out on what's right in front of you in life. Just live in the moment. Focus on the now. And 13 Going on 30 did a really good job doing that. And of course, without any spoilers, I loved how this movie ended personally. I thought how the movie ended was actually very clever. I think it's just because of how clever and well realized the script for 13 Going on 30 is. It may have a concept we've seen before. It may be cliched. It may be predictable, but the movie is very genuine, it's very heartfelt, it's funny, it adds all the sweet ingredients you need for just a very fun and simple movie like 13 Going on 30. Now, in terms of problems, the movie is very cliched, it is very predictable. You know where the entire story is going to go from beginning to end. For the first 7 to 10 minutes of the movie, we focus on young 13-year-old Jenna. And for those moments, I actually thought that was just okay to me personally. I didn't really get into this movie until once we got to 30-year-old Jenna. Once we got to 30-year-old Jenna, played by Jennifer Garner, that's when I started to get really into this movie. Overall, guys, I thought 13 Going on 30 was a very sweet movie. The script is just very clever. It's very fun to watch, and it's one of those movies that just puts a big smile on my face. So I'm going to give 13 Going on 30 3 out of 4 stars. So you guys, in the comments down below, let me know, what did you think of 13 Going on 30? And I would also love to thank my guest star, Brian Mendoza, for coming here to review 13 Going on 30 with me. He has a very great channel, you guys, so if you guys want to check him out, I will leave a link in the description below. This is 22 Tiger Dude here, and don't forget that I will always have Tiger Power!